You know, folks, with all the excitement about the new Assembly Square project, a lot of people are trying to jump on the bandwagon and endorsing, products that have to do with Assembly Square. Somebody actually sent us a bottle of Assembly Springs water. I guess they found an aquifer or a stream that supposedly is running underneath Assembly Square. And they found this when they started doing the demolition, but they bottled it, and they actually sent us over a commercial. I guess they hope to run this commercial. So we're gonna take a look at the commercial, and I'm gonna take a sip of Assembly Springs water as we look at that.
Assembly Springs, coming to you from the Ville. Assembly Springs, with the flavor of landfill. Assembly Springs, just try it and you'll find Assembly Springs tastes like the draft beer from Good Times. Assembly Springs, coming to you from the Ville. Assembly Springs, kinda tastes like toxic spill.
Oh, hi. Well, that commercial is not what I would call flattering. It had a nice tone and a nice ring to the music and everything, but I don't know. I'm starting to think that this may be a joke of some sort, Assembly Springs. Look, as a matter of fact, there's a label under the label here. Hold on. Look at this. Chelsea Creek. Look at Chelsea Creek. I might have known. Those cuckoo neighbors of ours over in Chelsea down on Route 16, you guys are just pulling our leg, huh? Hey, look, don't worry. You're going to get your own huge project, just like Somerville's Assembly Square project. You just keep your fingers crossed. Maybe you should get rid of that huge bridge, and you're going to have a lot of land that'll free it up there. Chelsea Creek. You guys are crazy. I think there's something actually swimming in there.
Del Ponte,
Jimmy, that is.
whoa,
Hey, how you doing?
on TV.
Get out of here.
What do you know?
I don't believe it.
They gave me my own cable show, though my face was made for radio. Just like Boomtown and Bozo and Romper Room, I hope that my show will be a success. We will talk about public affairs, sometimes I'll have a guest. Look at me on TV, just like Leno, I've got my own desk. Thank you!
Hey, how you doing, everybody? Look at me. I'm getting my hair cut. This is Tony Alibrandi. He's an institution in the city. This place has been here for, you've been here
50 years. And, the barber shop been here 70.
70
My
years.
father started back in 38.
Your father was Joe.
Joe. Yeah.
There's a lot of barbers in the city, but I think, I dare say that you're the most famous. Generations have been bringing their kids in here. We see our guy Paul Karafotis' picture up there. He was on our show last time. You cut his hair. Who's the most famous person you ever cut up till today, obviously?
The famous, I did Iris Tepanian. He's my claim to fame. He was the president of Bank of Boston. He still comes.
Oh,
And,
cool.
He's a regular Somerville guy. We comes here, you don't talk banking, we talk Somerville High Sports. And Ira's always been a great guy.
This is great because I think of a barber as kind of like a psychiatrist. People come in here, they tell you, what's going on and everything, and they start crying about, I don't got enough money, this and that, what I usually do. But what I want to know is, do you guys? There was Lionel. Do you remember that years ago
Yeah.
in Ball Square?
was
Lionel's
in Ball
barbershop.
Square.
He's the guy that first did me, and my father used to go, now go back and get a real haircut.
Yeah.
And then there was Adi Adelino.
Yep.
I understand there's 2 fast fills from Winter Hill.
No, Fast Phil is the new one. The one you're talking about took over Adi's business.
Rotondo.
Rotundo. This
Right.
is Phil Siccorso. He's over there in Cambridge now. He worked with me. Phil Siccorso did. The other kid didn't work for me, Rotundo.
Tony, how'd you get involved with sponsoring athletics in the city? Because you've been doing it for a long time, and a lot of kids.
A couple of the kids come in. Freddie Shamshak and Jerry Cardwell. I always call them 2 pains right in the neck. And they got me for basketball team when they were 15 years old. Today they're like in their 40s. I'm doing their kids. But anyway, they got me to sponsor the basketball team, and I've just done it ever since. It was 1976.
Oh, I'm only kidding.
Scared me.
But yeah.
1976, we started doing the basketball with those two characters. They just stopped with my over 30 2 years ago. Alan Zuccaro and all those kids. It used to be like a hang around. The kids come in the shop, you know, and they'd hang around with me. We weren't doing a lot of business because of you long-headed fellas in them days, so we used to sit and talk sports.
Now, Tony, this is not a mullet, right? This, I mean,
Well,
people go, hey, you got a mullet.
They used to have the back, but they used to cut it like a shag.
Yes, a shag. That's
so
what I
you
used to
cut
have.
this short and you leave this.
I used to be the David Cassidy of Somerville.
Yeah.
What happened?
That was one of my. I have a lot of famous customers. To me was David Seward. His mother sent him over when he was about 8 years old, and he said, "Give this boy to David Cassidy." Just because you mentioned that, David still comes today. He works on a yellow cab, a green cab, one of those.
Oh, he's the guy that drives around going, "I think I love you. I hope that you tip me."
Yeah.
Yeah, I know that guy. Now, Tony, you're on the election commission. How do you in the recreation commission?
Yeah.
How do you find time to do all this stuff and still?
The election day we take off. We see George all the time. I take that off. That's my day out of the barber shop. So I do that once, whenever we have elections. One year we had 6 with the specials, but this year I kind of enjoyed it. It gets me away from barber, and I go around, and I can't go to any political times anymore, so it saves me from that.
Must be hard to cut it.
Yeah.
Oh, my uncles and my father. Now, you knew my father, Freddie Del Ponte.
Yeah, I did Freddie.
How was he, a good tipper or what?
Yeah, he was a good guy.
'Cause he didn't leave me a dime.
We,
No, I'm only kidding.
I did. I just got Uncle Chick. They all.
Oh, Chicken!
Chick
Oh,
just passed
God, I
away.
know.
I did Uncle Joe. Levy.
Uncle Joe Levy, my
I
whole
did,
family.
your whole family's. All my customers are going. That's the problem.
Wait a minute.
Anyway.
You're cutting all my family and they're all gone.
Yeah.
What's going on here, Tony?
Del Ponte.
Oh, I'm
Joe,
next, right?
Oh, Joe Del Ponte. I did for you.
The Yellow Brandy Curse.
Yeah.
My whole family.
Yeah.
Now you're doing me free. He's going free. What? Hey!
Who said free?
Who said free? I see outside it says senior citizens. What's that? Because I'm like 55. So when do
Well,
I?
we change it. If we're having a bad day, it goes up to about 85. But on a regular day, it's supposed to be 65. But
Hey, give me a haircut.
some of the older fellas,
I got 3 hairs over here. One here, one there, and make sure you got this one back there.
yeah.
Now, do I get a lollipop when I'm out of here,
Yeah.
or what?
One kid wrote one of his articles for school. He said, "We have the best lollipops around." And so that's one of our claims to fame. Haircuts stink, but the lollipops are good.
You know, we probably got to wrap it up, but I got to ask you a very important question, Tony. First of all, we really appreciate everything you do for the city. Thank you for being on my show, seriously, Somerville. The trim comb, the Ronco trim comb. When that came out in the 50s, the 60s, did you find a lull in business? Because my brother and I took turns giving each other haircuts. I had a bald spot over here, and he had a bald spot. We wore hats to school for about a week.
That's when the 60s. I came in here in 1958. Everybody started getting haircuts in 60. So I went to the Sisters of the Poor and cut hair for 28 years because of you long-headed guys who I
Wait a minute.
despise, but we won't go into that.
You cut the nuns' hair? They used to wear the thing. You never saw their
I
hair.
did the residents, never mind the nuns.
Oh, okay. Because the
This is
nuns
the
wore
old
that
folks.
thing with the, all you saw was this hair.
Those were the only people getting haircuts.
That's all you saw with the nuns.
You sneak, you. Get up, sit down. Get up, sit down.
You wrote about the nun from St. Clemens.
Yeah.
That was.
She used to call me, what did she call me?
Remember that article?
Sneaky Del Ponte.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a sneak. I've been sneaking around my whole life, but how can you sneak around when you got hair like this? And I think it's the head. I don't think it's the hair. I think the head is. They call me melon head in my newspaper article. I'm going to deal with that another time. But thank you very much, Tony.
All
You're a
right.
great guy.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Thank you for doing it.
And I'll pick up the pieces of my ear later, okay? Thank you.
All right.
Oh, look at that. I haven't seen the back of my head in years. You did a great job. Look at that. It's all even.
You leave it.
Oh, beautiful. Well, where else can you get a haircut like this for $1.25?
Fucking a quarter.
Oh,
Lock
oh.
the door, Paul.
Thank you, Tony. Awesome. Beautiful. I'm a good-looking guy. Wow.